Hi, I'm Anthony Lekkas from Triple Bypass, and today I'm talking to Amao Leota, my friend, trans activist, performer and community educator and leader. Amao, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Amao, you have started at the VIKA Inc. group here in Melbourne. It's a support and community group for LGBTI, queer, Pacific Islander people.
Yes, that's correct. It was a way to engage my own community in terms of finding ways that we could be visible, but we could also find ways to engage conversation with the wider LGBTIQ community, and to be able to go into those spaces and find ways where we could network and, as I said before, engage in conversation.
And speaking of visibility, you marched at Pride March this year in Melbourne, St Kilda for Pride.
Yes, we did. It was historically, it was our first, but historically it was the first group from a Pacific diaspora, and we had about 20 that were marching in for the very first time, and it was such a fun. It was such a great way to, bring our community out in the open. And what came from that was having people come onto our Facebook from around the Pacific, but around the world in general, just to give us a hands up and saying, it was a great job. But for us, there was more to it than the parade. It was, like I said, being able to have that visibility and have GLBTI people who were still yet to come out, but in the process of just going, hey, they're out there, and hopefully something can follow suit from coming from that for GLBTI people.
Right. Well, I was marching with the bisexuals a bit further back behind you, but you were very visible and very colourful, and you were holding particular cards. What were on those cards you were holding?
On those placards, it was very important. It was we had 5 community leaders that had passed on. And for us, the legacy that they left behind with those 5 trans women that from Pacific Island group, their legacy that they left behind, that as Pacific people, as VIKA, we continue that legacy of sharing knowledge, being able to engage in the conversation, being able to educate, but also evolve as individuals, but as a community group and as a culture, to be able to continue that legacy on, and hopefully in the ones that come after us, that they continue on, that blueprint is already there, set in concrete.
So setting the blueprint at Pride in particular, what did it mean for you as a group to be walking down together? Because as VIKA and as a community support space that you'll have, is it on a monthly basis?
At the moment it's been every second week.
Fortnightly? Every
fortnightly. So we just try to keep the spirit of the group going, just so that we can, we started around about August last year, 2018. So it's just trying to get the momentum going. And so to get events, and there are other community stuff that we're looking in the process of doing, just to get that interest from our people going.
Right, because people from your community are very interested, but also the broader community, because the people marching at Pride this year were judged.
There are 3 different awards, and we were very fortunate to win the Fabulous Frock Award. So, I said it was worth the stress. Try to get the group together.
Right, wearing those frocks in 40-degree heat all the way down Fitzroy Street is a fair effort in itself, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we couldn't forget our headlace, which identify us as Pacific Island people.
Right, so that's the first time Pacific Islander people, LGBTI people, marched the Pride, and you've won an award. What does that do for your group moving forward in terms of your confidence and how you've been received by the community?
It was such a great confidence booster in terms of the individuals that were in it, but also for our community to see us. But for us, it wasn't about winning awards. It was just able to create a forum, and to be able to go into safe space where we could be, feel, that our identities is getting some validation, and that, that we're able to grow. And so, you know, just after the parade and the days that continued, there was just so much encouragement, and that's been great just to egg on my group, because, you know, you can only do what you can.
Right.
But then, you know, sometimes it's up to the individual to try and, you know, try and make things happen for themselves. So hopefully the individuals that were in the group, that they felt encouraged, you know, from that to continue on with being proud of their identity, whether it be gay, bisexual, lesbian, trans femme, you know, pansexual, you know, just to encourage that. I just said, it's what you're about, it's your identity, be proud.
And what can people expect with turning up to a VIKA support group or event, or fortnightly
you know
event?
what, they can expect a lot of laughs, a lot of love. There's a lot of great things that we have planned in for VIKA in terms of a lot of community events. So we're looking at doing a food bank as well, because we want our LGBTIQ people, this is across the border, it's not specifically aimed at Pacific people, to come and be able to utilise that service. So that's one of the things that we're in talks about, is creating a food bank, but other means of helping just our own LGBTIQ community. It doesn't have to be Pacific. That's just kind of the start for us, but we encourage other communities, from our Asian, our Latinx, even our Australian community, to come and engage with us, come and share a meal with us. Right. So we're going to have, you know, I think fortnightly or monthly luncheons as well that are planned. And it's just a way to, in our culture, we see everybody as family. So it's a great way to bring people around a table, is put food in front of them and just get them to share laughs, share jokes, and not feel intimidated, and create a safe space.
Well, food and laughs will get me in the door. So thank you, Amao, for forever being of service to the community. Congratulations on VIKA.
Thank you.
We'll have the VIKA Facebook details up on our screen. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and I'm Anthony Lekkas.